Hey, what's up, guys? It's Corey here with Dapper Dollars, and today we're going to talk about how to get an amazing amount of reviews on Etsy by following just 3 steps. You ready? Let's get started. So, this channel is all about using the online income opportunities through print on demand with merch by Amazon and Etsy to generate income for ourselves online, invest this income in things like real estate and the stock market, to grow our financial freedom and get ourselves in a position where we can be financially free. If that sounds like something you're interested in, like and subscribe, and let's get started. So, reviews on Etsy are kind of important because number one, it validates your social proof, and it shows people that your shop is worth talking about and you have a product that's actually worth telling people about. It gives people an idea of what to expect from your store and tells people that you're generally going to have a great experience or a bad experience at this store. So reviews are very important. Now, how do we get these reviews? Like I said, there are 3 ways that I have used to get an abnormal amount of reviews on my store that's only 2 years old, actually 3 years old, and for the amount of sales that it has. For the amount of sales that it has, for the amount of sales that my store has, it should not have the amount of reviews that it does. But it does, and I believe it is because of these 3 things that I've gotten these awesome reviews. And these are things that you can likely implement in your store as well. So the first one is customer service. This kind of goes without saying. A lot of people have the mindset of you tell people more about a bad experience than a good experience. So if you give people a great experience at your store, number one, they're not going to leave negative reviews, but they will leave more positive, if not only positive reviews on your store. Number 2, you need to be generous about giving refunds. Now, this is something that a lot of people struggle with, and it is difficult for people to let go of the money that they have been given because a lot of people just spend the money as soon as they get it, and then it's hard to then give a customer their refund back. And this is something that is going to take a lot of practice and a willingness to admit that you're wrong, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, number 3 is using personalized discounts. This is incredible for building relationships with you and the customer, and it gives them a reason to look at you as someone who cares about them as a person, which is really what people want more than anything, whether it's buying stuff online or having relationships in person with friends. You want to know that you're cared for, you want to know that you're valued, and that your life has meaning. So, taking the time to create a personal discount for someone really is that extra mile that just pushes people over the edge about raving about your store. So, number 1, let's talk about customer service and how this can be implemented to increase the amount of reviews you get on Etsy. Now, this is probably the most simple but overlooked thing that you can do on Etsy, and it is so easy to implement. It is, first of all, acknowledging the customer whenever they buy something from your store. Sending them just a little 2-paragraph thing that says, hey, I'm so glad you ordered from my store. This is what you ordered. This is the size you ordered in. I hope that when you get it, it really does, make your life a little bit better, if only just having another shirt. And also telling them where you're going to be shipping the shirt. This shows that you are intentional about what you're doing and you care that this gets to the person. So copy the address that the person puts in as their address and or if they want it shipped to. Put that into the message, and then it shows the customer, number 1, you're confirming what they've ordered, the size they've ordered it in, and where they want it shipped. These are the 3 main things that people care about when buying stuff online because they don't want to have to worry, did I actually order something else? Is there a chance that it could get misinterpreted and I get something I don't want? And is it actually going to go to my house? These are the 3 concerns that most people struggle with. So if you can alleviate these concerns, it makes the buyer very comfortable with you, and it sets the standard for you being a personable person that is able to talk to people in your store. And your shop is not just a nameless, faceless place where people go to buy stuff, but where they can expect to have an interaction with you, which is great because you want to show people again that you care and that you see them as a person and not just someone who's there to pay you money. Now, number 2, be willing to give refunds generously. This is something that a lot of people struggle with because, like I said, they get the money from Etsy, they spend it themselves, and if the customer comes back 2 weeks later, they really have already spent the money. So they're kind of going into their own personal funds to give people the money that they made off of the sale. This is a terrible way to do things because it is not, number 1, business smart, and number 2, you're not thinking of the customer first. People love Amazon from the beginning because they love the customer service, the lack of the fact that they have to validate anything as far as returns and things like that. So if someone sends you a message, like I got a message recently that said that the product wasn't what they expected, even though what I listed the product as in the description was very specific and it told you almost exactly what you were going to be getting, the person got the sweater, didn't like it, returned it, and said that the reason that they were returning it is because it wasn't clear and it wasn't what they wanted. Now, I could have said it's in the description, you bought it, you paid for it, I don't want it anymore. Just because it's not what you wanted doesn't mean that I need to give you a refund. You should have read the description. I could have said all of that. However, giving this person a discount and saying, I'm sorry this wasn't what you expected, I hope that you'll come back and I'm more than willing to give you a refund. Please keep the shirt or the sweater. I don't need it myself and I just hope that this fixes the situation. I hope you have a great day. That is a much more impactful way to approach the customer. And I also give people discounts whenever I give refunds. It's a little bit of a backwards way of thinking about it, but I don't want number one, I want this person not to leave my store with a negative taste in their mouth, and I want them to have a reason to come back. So I give them the refund without any question, and I give them a coupon to say, hey, if you want to come back and try something else, here's a coupon, 20% off. Feel free to try anything out that you want. Now, a lot of people have the misinterpretation that if you do this, word's going to get around and people are going to just come to your store, buy things, and then say they want a refund, and then you give refunds. You don't make any money on your Etsy store, and eventually you just wind up losing money eternally. Now, this is a little bit of a backwards way to think about humanity because I truly doubt that there are that many malicious people in the world who would just take advantage of you in your store. This is not something that is going to happen. It has not happened in my personal experience. I've made a ton of sales and they've told a lot of their friends from what they said, and no one has gotten into the habit of asking for refunds and keeping the shirts and sweaters and stuff. It just doesn't happen. So have faith in humanity and just give refunds generously and be smart with the money. Don't spend the money until maybe a month or so later. This sounds a little backwards, but hey, it's a good business practice to not spend the money as soon as you get it, just in case. So the third thing that we need to talk about is personalized discounts. Personalized discounts are incredible. Number one, this happens because you started the conversation initially with the person whenever you gave them or sent them a message that said, hey, so-and-so, this is your shirt, this is the size, this is where I'm sending it. Please let me know if there's anything else that you need. And then a lot of times people send a message back and say, yes, thank you so much. I'm getting this for so-and-so. They're going to love it so much. And then that opens the door for you to have a conversation with that person. There are so many times that I've talked to people through Etsy and I've built legitimate friendships with people on Etsy and had return buyers come to my store over and over again just because of this process of engaging them in conversation first and showing I care about them and their order, and then they in turn say something back. We start a conversation and sometimes it develops where I give the person a personalized discount for something in the future, especially if they order more than one thing. On print on demand, you know very well that if someone orders 2 or 3 things at once, that first item is likely paying for most of the shipping. Everything else after that on those 2 or 3 products is pure profit. So these are the people, not that you want to just specify certain people that you want to be nice to, but especially if someone is ordering more than one product, reach out to that person, make them feel special, offer them a future discount in the future, and make the discount for them personally. Create the discount or the coupon within Etsy, use their name, and put it in a place or give it to them and say, if you want to use this or you want to give this to your friends and let them use it, that would be great. This is huge. It makes them feel so special because your customers are special. That is the main thing that we need to capture. And the main thing that's going to get you refund or get you reviews is the fact that you acknowledge your customers as special. They're going to talk about you if you make them feel special. So this is the process that I've used. And I also, from time to time, will give the return buyers the personalized coupons as well. If someone comes back and shops at my store within a month, I will always give them a half off coupon or like a 30% coupon, because that is huge. You are setting up a long-term buyer forever if you're able to get this person to come back to your store within a month. So take that initiative, talk to those people in your store, be willing to be conversational. I spend maybe 40 minutes a day just responding to messages and things like that. And it is time well spent. It's only 40 minutes a day. It does not drain me at all. It's so easy to do, and the benefits of it are incredible because my store has reviews, I get more sales, I get promoted more by Etsy, and life continues to be good. So I hope this helps. I hope that you are able to use some of these in your store to build your Etsy store to the heights that it needs to be. Hope you're having a great week. And remember, guys, someone is going to do something amazing every day. Why not you? See ya.